Fuck yeah, you fucking bitch. Welcome to GS. We're cackling here like fiends. Hope it's not too annoying. Today is a very special episode of GS. There is a new console out called the NES Mini. Has 30 games on it. It's a little piece of plastic that has a hard drive in it, and you can hook it up to your TV. Has a really short cord for the controller. You can buy an extra controller for it. It has the 30 games just pre-installed on it, but you know what the problem is with this machine?
What's that?
It is out of stock everywhere. It has been in such high demand that nobody can get one. But guess what? We contacted Nintendo, and they gave us one.
I feel so great about that.
This is a monumental occasion for GS. We've gotten a...
I feel like
we've gotten an NES Mini, so we're checking out some of the games on it here, and one of them is Excite Bike.
You know, I played a lot of this when I was younger.
I played a ton
of this, yeah. I think when I had an NES, I had multiple NESs. I think I had this every time. I think I always had this game.
Don't forget to press B to increase that temp.
Well, it doesn't... What? Here's the thing. Increasing... Okay, so there's two buttons, right? The A button just makes you accelerate. The B button, for some reason, does nothing but overheat you. Am I wrong about that?
It makes you go faster.
Well, no, it just makes you go to top speed, right? You don't go faster overall when you hold B.
You do, yeah.
No.
It does.
No, it doesn't.
It does. It makes you go faster.
This is the same speed.
And then it plays the most obnoxious sound in the universe.
And then you have to mash buttons to get back on your bike.
So yeah, I mean, Excite Bike. What else can you say about it?
It's
fantastic.
It's old and it only has a couple of tracks.
Didn't you say it was a tech demo?
Did I?
Or did someone else say that?
A tech demo for what? Just for NES?
Yeah.
For the NES? Maybe.
To like show off how awesome the NES was. This is one of the first titles. Was this a launch title for the NES?
I wonder. It's pretty bare bones, but man, does it beat the pants off of Atari, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Doesn't it?
Fuck yeah, you fucking bitch.
Oh god, you want to see what else is on this collection?
Yeah, I do. Let's check it out.
Hold on. I forgot to do something that's really important here.
That'll further trick them. So we're doing Castlevania next on this, and we didn't show you guys the menu. There's a really cool menu actually on the NES Mini, and it's in a higher definition than the games themselves.
Yeah, it's quite nice.
And there's actually save states built in to the console, but we're not going to show you that because it's just more interesting just to see the games.
We want to focus on the games.
Right, we want to focus on the games, and that's the whole reason why we're only showing you the games and not showing you the menus, because, you know, menus, they're fucking boring, right? We're Game Soup. We concentrate on the game design, goofing around, mostly goofing around.
Plus, we want to give you something fresh, such as NES games that have been out for 30 years.
Right.
You know,
but they've just been re-released, so this is hot content.
This is hot off the presses, you might say. You might say
this is hot off the hot out of the oven.
So you had a story about Castlevania.
Yeah, I have a story about Castlevania. Ed is the one playing.
Yes.
The reason being, because I promised myself I would never play Castlevania for NES again.
That's right. I remember you. Yeah.
I promised myself when I believe I was 16. I think it was 16 years old.
Wow, and you kept that tradition up for 2 years?
Yeah, 2 whole years. Let's bring up the lie counter.
Okay. I'm just kidding. Joe's not 18.
So I promised myself I would never play this game again. The reason being because I beat the game when I was younger, in my teenage years. It was an old game then, but I have always liked going back and playing old games, and I finally beat this game.
Sign behavior! Did you see it?
Oh,
Sign behavior!
They're not that bad, though.
No, they're really not.
The bats are pretty predictable compared to...
Wait, I can't get over
the
there.
Medusa heads. No, you can't go over there. You have to go down on these steps here to the Fishmen area.
Fishmen! Oh, it's a Fishmen! Okay.
I beat this game for NES on the original cartridge. Obviously, no save states. It took me an entire day.
An entire day?
Of just slamming my head against the game over and over again, but I really, really wanted to beat it. This is one of the hardest games for NES, and if you've ever beaten it, you know that it is.
Well, you've beaten Ninja Gaiden, too.
I've also beaten the original Ninja Gaiden
that's
on
gotta be
cartridge.
harder, right? On cartridge, yeah. You're nuts, dude.
I've beaten that a couple times. I've beaten Ninja Gaiden 2, which is not nearly as hard, actually. It's still a hard game, but it's not as hard as the original Ninja Gaiden or Castlevania.
You know, I don't think this game is that hard. In fact, I'm doing really well. I think I'm going to be able to beat it without getting hit.
That's not going to happen. So anyway, yeah, after I beat the game, it was very frustrating. And I was younger. I used to throw controllers and bite controllers and just get really angry
Right.
More angered by games than anyone ever should.
Yeah, I used to bite controllers.
Yeah.
That's a thing.
But yeah, I haven't done that in a very long time. So here you go. I mean, it's Castlevania, and there's more to see on this NES Mini. Should we see the boss? We're about to approach the boss. Let's check out the boss.
Alright.
Because
Yeah. Is it
it's
this
pretty
dude?
cool. Yeah, it's the vampire bat. Actually, I have another story to tell about Castlevania. When I was very, very little, when I was like a baby and I was still dressing up for Halloween,
Oh, yeah?
my goal was, over the years, to dress up as every boss from Castlevania. All 6 bosses from the
Wow.
original Castlevania.
Lofty goals.
I got through Mummy.
That's it? I thought you were going to keep going with that. No.
What other bosses are there? Oh, no, I guess I was the Reaper.
Oh.
So I guess I covered 2. I don't know how it was going to be a vampire bat, especially as you get older. It's kind of embarrassing to be a vampire bat. To
Yeah.
be like a bat as like a 10-year-old, you'll get made fun of.
Yes.
So yeah, I covered 2 of them. I was a mummy when I was like 3, and then I think I was the Grim Reaper when I was like 11. And then actually I was the Grim Reaper for every Halloween after that. Because I didn't want to buy a new costume, and I just wanted to get the candy at that point.
And that's when your obsession with demons was born.
Actually, I think my obsession with demons may have been born from playing Castlevania for NES. This was one of the first...
Wow.
One of my first... I mean, I was a baby, basically, when I first tried Castlevania. Yeah.
Baby, this
And,
game ruined you.
I've just always been into monsters, and I think this is about as far back as I can remember, just being really interested in mythical demons and monsters and how cool they are. So let's check out one of the other games on this NES Mini, huh? Cool, so we found a little Easter egg here on this NES Mini. If you put in a certain code, we looked it up on the internet, I forget exactly what it was, but you can look it up. It's a NES Mini secret code, and you gain access to Gremlins 2. It's the 31st game on the console. So this is a classic, and we recently played this on the channel, which is a big coincidence.
That's awesome.
So,
Quite fun.
I mean, it's Gremlins 2
Oh, man.
on the NES Mini.
Rats! Oh, yeah, Cash Bonies!
Yeah, they're called crystal balls, but they abbreviate them CB if you... And there's also bouncing tomatoes in this game for some reason. You throw tomatoes at giant bouncing tomatoes.
Yeah, what's with that?
This is probably the most ridiculous enemy in the game. Everything else is bats, rats, and gremlins, but for whatever reason, one of the first enemies they introduced to you in this game is giant bouncing tomatoes.
And you don't see them for the rest of the game.
You don't.
Oh,
You only
crap.
see them in the first level.
Wow.
But yeah, that's Gremlins 2. We just wanted to show you guys this bonus Easter egg that we found
Yeah, check it out on the NES Mini.
I played this one very briefly. You can go to Mountain 25.
What's up with that?
Which mountain number do you want to go to? Let's
don't-
go to mountain number, I don't know,
I don't know anything about this game.
number 7.
Mountain number 9!
Or 9, it's fine. I played this a long time ago.
I've
I
actually
never owned it. But
Eggplant.
I vaguely remember how it plays. I think the control's pretty bad, and that the
Whoa.
jumping is very vertical. It's
Whoa.
you can't. Yeah, this looks like
Yeah.
exactly how I remember the control being.
It is very awkward to jump.
Yeah, it's-
oh my
it's
god.
not great.
Wait, you can't jump through clouds, but you can jump through these blocks.
That makes sense.
It
You
does?
can't hammer your way through a cloud.
What do I do? I guess you have to
I
just...
remember this song
my-
from Smash Brothers Melee.
Really?
Yeah, this Ice Climbers stage. You remember the Ice Climbers stage? Oh, you can jump through the clouds.
You can, that's weird. Oh
Now
my
you
god,
can.
that jumping is so bad. Like, the movement speed is fine,
We're
but...
gonna get off this first screen eventually. Oh, looks like he fucked up there.
Why is this fun? What am I doing wrong here? I think I'm just dumb.
Yeah, why did they include this on the cartridge? They should have included... Have you perished?
I perished,
Ah, fuck.
thanks to a cloud. Wait, you can't get up there.
No.
Did you see that?
No.
It's a
You
cloud!
can't- You jumped through the cloud previously, though. How do the rules of this game work? Okay, let's try to figure out the rules of this game.
Let's just try to figure out how to beat
Wait,
the first
you can't
level.
jump through the cloud now.
Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't.
It numbers the floor... Did you just fall through it?
Why is it so fast? Why is it so fast?
Celebrity net worths.
You can barely make it over that 2-block gap in the floor.
Alright, should we try one of the other ones?
This is another level or another game?
Another game.
Yes, I wanted this to be good.
We're probably never going to actually play Metroid on the channel. And that's the game that started the Metroidvania genre, which is our favorite genre.
It is.
You know,
Weird.
I've never beaten Metroid for NES. It's too hard.
I've heard that. I've heard also that you didn't enjoy it too much. Am I wrong about that?
I don't know. I don't really like it very much. It's not a great game. But it is. It broke a lot of game design ground. So a lot of respect for Metroid, but not a really fun and amazing game by modern standards. A lot of games aged well, but a lot of games just broke ground for future games to be good, and Metroid is one of those. So let's continue talking about Metroid as we play Double Dragon 2: The Revenge.
You know what I will say?
It's the NES Mini.
It's strange that they included these artifacts in the NES Mini, like along the bottom of the screen. You can see these strange artifacts, and like at the edges of the screen. Why wouldn't they, fix those or take them out or do something? It's very strange.
Punch her off the ladder. I love doing that. That's always fun.
And, people have always complained about this NES Mini controller being very short. It is really short.
It's super short.
And you have to get up to turn the system.
Yeah, it also has a lot
system.
of buttons on it. I'm looking at it right now. It seems to have about 16 buttons and be modeled after the Xbox One controller.
Joe, I think we should take classes in subtlety.
Yeah, let's take classes.
I think you could stand to take a class or two.
You gotta go kill some guys to the left there.
I have a better idea.
I can't believe that's in this game. You can if you just hold down here, you just jump off the edge to your death. You lose an entire life if you do that. This is another game that you can cheat. If you want to have an extra credit, you can press start on the player 2 controller.
Oh yeah.
Right on your last life as you're about to die.
Hey.
As player 1, and then you can come back as Bimmy.
Bimmy of Bimmy and Jimmy fame.
Yeah.
Yeah, this game has the most awkward
red
controls,
pants.
I think. When you're facing right, A is punch. When you're facing left, B is punch.
Yeah.
What's up with that, huh? Also, if you hold up, you do this.
Yeah.
That's got to be a glitch, right?
I mean, it's not really a glitch, I don't think. I think they just left it in. It doesn't affect the gameplay at all. You put yourself in between two men.
I sure
it's not
have.
good here.
It's not the first time.
Getting hit in this game really doesn't do that much damage to you.
No.
The thing that kills you is dumb shit by like holding down when you're on top of a building, or by getting hit by spikes a lot later on.
Why is it holding up or down makes you dance?
I want to see the boss of this level.
Oh yeah, is it Bobo?
No, it's a funny guy.
Oh, I remember who it is.
And I like picking these up and throwing them. If you press the opposite direction, you chuck
There
them
you
at the
go.
guys. And there's so many of these, you can just chuck them at everybody here.
I wish you could
there's
carry
only like
those.
3 guys there, so there's not. I wish there was more guys there to chuck those.
What's this guy's
those
problem?
pipes at.
I like how he bounces off the wall.
You gotta jump kick him, jump kick him, jump kick him. Nah, see, you gotta do the jump kick.
You're right. What's
gotta-
his problem? Why does he look like that? What's wrong with him?
What you want to do here is try to jump kick him and then keep mashing the button so you do the uppercut.
Yeah, there you go. That's
I remember
the
how
trick.
to beat this guy. Yeah.
Oh, that was fast.
No, he's not dead.
Oh, I know he's not dead.
Oh
but-
yeah. Oh.
Oh.
See, you're the master of subtlety. See, you tried to trick them into thinking that this guy was dead, and I'm the one trying to trick them into thinking that we have an NES Mini.
Yeah, we won't get in trouble for that. We would get in trouble just for showing a game that somebody copyright claims, you know.
Great title theme as well. Great theme song for a game. The music in this game is pretty great, and I'm really into. Have you ever heard the Metroid Metal?
The Metroid Metal? What's that?
There's he calls himself Metroid Metal, but there's a guy that did remix albums of the Metroid games.
Oh man, look at that animation.
Really good video game cover music. Metroid Metal. Look it up. I think it's on Spotify. Yeah, it is on Spotify. I have it on one of my playlists.
Wow, how about that? How about that range? Also, I'm about to die.
Yeah, it plays that annoying beeping sound
Yeah.
like old NES games do. The Legend of Zelda does that
That's
as well.
great,
But we
yeah.
can't show every game that's on this NES Mini. There's just so many.
Yeah, there's 31.
There's 31, including Gremlins 2, which we discovered. We're the first ones to discover
Oh my god!
that was on that was on this game. That you were almost killed by a Gomer.
Hold on, I gotta write this password down.
It's like 17 zeros.
Yeah, Gomer, by the way, is a real thing.
Yeah, that little spiky guy that travels along the ground inside. This guy here. I used to call him Gomer, but he's actually called Zoomer.
Zoomer.
Yeah, you didn't get the ball. You have to go
Yeah.
to the left in the
And
beginning of Metroid.
I was wondering, why can't I Sonic Spin? That's what it's called, right?
But yeah, a lot of respect for Metroid for breaking a lot of game design ground.
I like that. Well, here's 2 things I really like right now. You shoot as fast as you can mash, right?
Mhm.
And also, when you mash, the animation restarts every single time. So you
Hold
can
down
do
the
that.
hold down the Y button. Yeah, get out of here, you Gomer, you Goomer.
No!
Yeah, I don't think you can get them.
Wait, you can't actually duck and shoot?
No, no, you turn into a ball, and you don't have the mines yet. You get the mines later.
Gumby. This is Gumby, actually. This is the dark version of Gumby. Wow, you sure die fast in this game, don't you?
Yeah, it's hard. I mean, you made it 3 screens or
Yeah.
three rooms into the game. Let's see if you
Super
can.
Metroid
Let's
is
see if you can
hard.
get to the 4th room.
These guys, it's really these guys, because you can't shoot them until you get close. Oh, I'm gonna die here.
If you're cautious, you won't. I believe in you, Ed.
I
from
believe.
GS.
I believe you are Oh, look.
I don't even know if we've introduced
5.
ourselves for like 6 episodes here.
Yeah, who cares though? Everybody.
Yeah, I know.
If you're watching this, you already know who we are, and if,
Yeah,
you, if you don't know who we are, then we're not important. You know? Am I right about that?
You missed. Yeah, those. I hate that about old NES games that the power-ups disappear.
Yeah.
And they disappear really fast in some
There
games.
we go.
They maybe give us 7 seconds to get them.
Oh, I'm dead.
But usually, a lot of the times they'll only give you maybe 3 seconds to get them, and they just disappear forever.
You know, it's crazy. These guys do so much damage. You only 4 screens? That was just one large screen. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a.
Look
you
at
did great. Why are they blue?
Look at the password.
Why is some of the password blue?
Aww.
Oh, I think it's because they're lowercase. It's to differentiate.
Oh, where do you put it in the
That's a
password?
really long password. I mean,
I
that's
know.
like a Bitcoin address. Speaking of Bitcoin addresses, where the fuck is it?
Oh, look, you don't lose your...
Don't you hate YouTube ads? We do too. That's why we don't waste your time with them here on GS. The only way we receive any support for our channel is through your kind donations. We're working on improving audio quality currently, and after that, we'll be working towards producing more scripted analysis videos. Check out the description below for donation links. We accept PayPal, Bitcoin, and we also have a Patreon.
Wow, that didn't sound at all like you were reading from a script.
No, not at all.
No. Yeah, I just noticed you start with 30 energy. Did you notice that? Whoa! Whoa!
Yeah, and you can go over that though.
Yeah, what's up with that? What does it start you at? 30? Is it 30% health, I'm guessing?
I think it's just 30, just the number 30.
Well, can you get 100% health? Or like 100 energy, I mean?
I forget how high you can get. I think you can get a lot though. And there might be a
That's
way to
weird.
just grind it out. I mean, they definitely... The design is not perfect in this game.
Well, they tried. It was groundbreaking anyway, I guess. For a lot
For
of
sure.
reasons. There
Tons
we
of
go.
respect to Metroid and pretty much all the games on this NES Mini.
Did this game have save files? Or was it just passwords?
Just passwords, yeah, just the passwords. But it was basically like a save file. I mean,
Oh.
you saw how long that password was. You could save. You could save probably your exact position in the game with that
Yeah.
kind of a password. But
Weird. Sorry, anyway, you were about to...
It just saves your progress, what items you have mostly, I guess, and what areas you've been to.
Right. Well,
Is there a map in this game? Hit start. I think there is. Maybe there's not. Select?
no.
Maybe there's not.
Maybe there isn't.
I guess there's not. You probably had to buy the strategy guide. I did have the old NES Player's Guide.
Really?
It had a black cover on it,
Huh.
and it had a strategy guide for this and a lot of the classic Nintendo games. Yeah, I came across a copy of it when I was a kid.
Huh. They should have packaged that in with this NES Mini we have.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, a lot of the games in that book are on this NES Mini that we're playing right now.
This is the tallest... Is this just a never-ending...
Yeah, a lot of vertical,
Wow.
a lot of vertical designs in this too. Up to this point, there was in scrolling games, it was a lot of horizontally
I want to fight a
scrolling
boss.
games, and there was
Oh my god. This is very similar to the last one that we were just...
And,
I couldn't help but notice.
Kid Icarus is another game that's actually on the NES Mini that had a lot of vertical scrolling design in it.
Come here.
But this game really covers everything.
Come here.
Everything.
Oh, is that
if everything meaning horizontal and vertically oriented rooms?
Right, that's everything.
We should probably call it.
Oh yeah. Okay, see you next time.